This is Hollywood, and there's not a place in the world that's like it. Hollywood. Joe! Man, I love this town.
That theater behind me, that's the Warner Brothers Pacific Theater. Now, they started building it in 1925. They wanted to finish it in time for the first talkie movie, the premiere of The Jazz Singer with Al Jolson. That was also a Warner Brothers property. This theater was a Warner Brothers property. There were 4 brothers. The most passionate out of all of them was Sam Warner. He was a man possessed. He was really into sound. And he had this whole theater rigged for sound for the opening of The Jazz Singer. But alas, didn't happen. The Jazz Singer opened in 1927. This theater opened in 1928. Sam was crushed. He was demoralized. And as it happened, he didn't see the premiere of The Jazz Singer or the opening of the Warner Theater. He died of a brain hemorrhage in 1927. But they say he never left this place. The workers and the security guards will tell you right to this day, that Sam Warner still haunts this building, and that you can hear the elevator going up and down from the first to the second floor. You can hear noise coming from his offices on the second floor. You can hear muffled talking. They say Sam Warner is there and he's happy. Now, also with this theater, in 1943 and 44, they had a young lady who was taking tickets here. She lived right around the corner at the Mayfair Apartments, and she worked here. Her name was Carol Burnett. She worked here for 3 or 4 years. She moved on, some other kind of job. Some say that she took tickets down the street at the Pantages. Not so. Take it from Hollywood Joe. That ain't so. Carol Burnett worked here in the 40s. I'll stake my reputation on it. You know, I was in this theater once, and I'll tell you something, it is marvelous. It's grandiose. I mean, it is, you can't believe that in this day and age that they're bringing something like that back to the way that it used to be. Let's go see if we can get in. Come on. Hi, yes, ma'am. I'm down here in front, and I am from Dayton, Ohio, and I'm a history teacher, and we're doing a thing about Hollywood and the history of Hollywood. This whole semester is about Hollywood, and I was wondering if it was possible at all to come into your theater and just kind of, I know there's a very, very famous theater here. If we could just come in and just get this on videotape, is that possible?
Can you hold on a second? I'll send someone out.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
See, if you tell them you're Hollywood Joe, which I'm very proud of, they say, well, you know, they want money for it. So I got a brother that's a history teacher back in Ohio, and they have studied Hollywood, so. Hello. My name's Joe Estevez. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I'm a history teacher. And this whole semester, we are doing, well, it's trimester, we're on trimesters there. We're doing a show on, we are doing a show. But our whole semester is devoted to Hollywood and the history of Hollywood. And we just wonder if there's any chance we can get in there and just videotape your theater. Is that possible?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much.
How much? How long?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Wow. This is magnificent, isn't it? I was telling the kids that this is where they wanted The Jazz Singer to premiere.
Yes, exactly.
And alas, though, it didn't happen, huh?
He was actually the guy that got the Warner Brothers into the movie business.
I did not know that. Sam was?
Sam was.
Yeah.
Because Sam saw a movie and was enthralled with the technology, found a kid that had a movie projector that was broken. Sam knew he could fix it. They worked a deal where they basically bought the projector and 1 reel of film.
Wow.
He fixed the projector and they went into the movie business.
Oh, my. On one
On
reel.
one reel and one projector.
Yeah. And they say that he pioneered Sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought
Yeah.
sound to the movies.
Yeah. And this theater was the first theater that was rigged for sound.
Yes, correct.
And it was rigged for sound by none other than
Sam.
Warner.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow. Now, I don't know if I asked you about that. You're terrific. Thank you for this. Let me ask you now, down at the Pantages, they're trying to steal it.
Mhm.
And it's not true. From my information, Carol Burnett worked here at
Yes.
this ticket
Oh,
counter.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the years that she worked?
I believe it was either 1947 or 1949.
Uh-huh.
She was here as an usher.
Oh, as an usher, she didn't take the tickets. Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
She may have.
Sorry about that, kids. I'm wrong.
She may have.
Oh, okay.
I
all right.
hear she was an usher, and I hear it from a very good source.
Okay.
She was basically out in the lobby one day, and there was a Hitchcock movie playing, Strangers on a Train or something, I'm not sure. In any event, it was near the end of the film, and she wouldn't let some people come into the theater because she said it's the end of the movie. And the manager apparently didn't like that response. He didn't want to keep people waiting,
Yeah.
and he walked up and fired her on the spot, which is why her star is out in front of this theater.
Wow. That's terrific.
She's basically thumbing her nose at
That's
the Warner Brothers.
terrific. God bless her.
You know, we have a very specialized audience. It's pretty much industry only,
Yeah.
and then it's special events like cast and crew screenings or things like that. You
Yeah,
know, they're
yeah.
pretty specific. And all the rest of the work we do is basically for the future what's going to be in the movie business,
Yeah.
which is no film.
Yeah.
It's all digital. Now, you said your name is Estevez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you any relation to the
Yeah.
other Estevez?
I'm the one that stayed in Ohio.
Ah,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah. Yeah. There's 10 of us.
Cool.
Yeah. So I.
You look like.
I'm better looking.
Well, okay.
This is when that's all that people did. There was no TV. There was radio and movies. And people, they went to the movies. Wow. It's the first theater made for talkies right here. It was wired, for sound. Oh my goodness.
Now, this is unlike any other projection booth in the world. Number one, because it's so large and relatively clean. Number two, because we've got two of the latest generation digital projectors
Wow.
that we compare with the best film projection in the world.
Uh-huh.
And so this is, the future of the movie business.
Wow. And do all three of these run simultaneously?
They can if we need them, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So
And
we can
this
put up
is
film on part of the screen and digital on the other part and compare the two for color or sharpness or any of that.
uh-huh. So is like a lot of the studios or maybe Spielberg's people would come in here and
Sure.
they'd check the color contrast?
We do that kind of thing, yeah.
Wow. But this is at the digital. It
This
seems
is the
like
cutting edge right now.
Yeah. The technology today, and you understand this,
Yeah.
this technology.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm very
But I came
impressed.
from a film background. I've been playing with computers for
Yeah.
25 years, so
Yeah. And now they're so intermarried. They're so
Oh, yeah.
one is
Yeah.
you can't live without the other now. That
yeah, it's just data. It's all
Yeah.
data.
Who's your favorite actor?
Martin Sheen.
I did an extra in a Dennis O'Keefe movie where I stood all day on the asphalt at the racetrack.
How do you convince a 14-year-old girl that hair doesn't matter? When the diagnosis is childhood cancer, where can parents turn? CureSearch.org can help. It's run by doctors and scientists whose research has led to an overall cure rate of 78%. You're not as alone as you feel.
Hello. Yes. Can I ask a few questions about the apartment on Park Street?
What was your name?
My name is Juan Hernandez.
It's been rented.
Oh, he's gone. Hello, my name is Sanjay Kumar. I am calling about the apartment on Park Street.
It's not available.
Not available? Hello, my name is Tyrone Washington. I'm calling about the apartment on Park Street.
Just been rented.
Hello, I am Chen Ling. My name is Khalid bin Ali. I'm Tuan Vo. Hello, my name is Moshe Goldberg. I use a wheelchair. It's gone. Not available. All right. Thank you. Yes, hello, my name is Graham Wellington. I'm calling about the apartment for rent on Park Street. Is that still available?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Really?
Housing discrimination is illegal. If you think you've been a victim because of your race, color, national origin, sex, religion, disability, or family status, call us. Fair housing. It's not an option. It's the law.
Recycling a glass bottle saves enough energy to run the TV you're watching for 1 full hour. Recycle. It's the everyday way to save the world.
I was hanging out with some people, now I realize I shouldn't have.
The work was so hard, it was just going fast, fast, fast.
I got kicked out of school, and nobody cared about me, so I don't care.
I sort of got messed up into gangs and other stuff.
School was very difficult.
I was expelled from school.
I mean, the one person who really got me to go back into school was my friend Kevin.
At my friend's graduation, I'm gonna be the loudest one there.
Because if you don't have anybody while you're in school, then there's not really a way to get through it.
I have admired this particular actor from afar for the past 25 years. He really, I think, set the standards, and he's the actor's actor. My wife said, you know, some actors go in and out of vogue. My wife said, this guy never left. You know, he's always in the public eye. He's always been working, and he's always been doing great work. I'm talking, of course, of Edward Asner. Movies, TV, this guy is the king. Not only that, but he is very, very politically involved, and he's a humanitarian. I don't know for another word to use other than he's a humanitarian. He's the working man's actor, and he really fights the fight for the out-of-work actor, and especially for the older out-of-work actor. Ed, first of all, it's such a privilege to work with you. It's such a privilege to sit down and spend some time with you. And I think that the public knows Ed Asner, knows the public Ed Asner. And what I'd kind of like to focus on today is the personal Ed Asner. Where'd you grow up, et cetera, et cetera.
The usual. Well, we moved away from the junkyard, as I said, in the 2nd grade. And we moved to what I call, they call it West Height Manor. It's like White Bread Village. And I went to a school for the first time, and I was surrounded by all white kids, which was very intimidating, very intimidating.
Was there a Jewish community in Kansas City?
Kansas City has, actually, it used to be on the Missouri side primarily, but the farms of Kansas, surrounding Kansas City, eventually became the Upper Mobile bedroom community. It's one of the richest bedroom communities around there. You've got Johnson County, Kansas, which surrounds it, and it's gorgeous neighborhoods.
Why did it frighten you? Why did you're obviously a Caucasian? Why did being with other white children frighten you?
Because I thought I was Jewish. I was the junkman's son, and I was surrounded by bankers' kids and morticians' kids and prosperous people. I thought. It turned out that it was a cross-section, but there were a few poor whites in there as well. And up to that time, I'd gone to school primarily with Mexican kids and Slovaks, and most of whose parents either worked on the railroad or in the packing house, which is across the street from my daddy's junkyard.
Have you ever found yourself playing your father or seeing yourself on film and saying, wow, that was Pop?
I never felt that I projected the dignity that guy did. I have a cousin in Texas who, when he saw Rich Man Poor Man, said, oh boy, did you remind me of your dad? Did you? But I felt I took after my mother's side much more than my father's side. Well, when I got to New York, I got to New York in '55, and already the first exodus from New York had been taking place into LA. But I stayed on. I wanted to work my way up in television and get the credits there, which I did. so that I took place in the migration that took place 5 years later. And never looked back. I was delighted I made the move.
And as they say, the rest is history. Ed, what was your first professional film job?
I did an extra in a Dennis O'Keefe movie where I stood all day on the asphalt at the racetrack, and my
Would we be able to recognize you if we?
My feet got so sore, and I said, "Boy, I'll never do this again."
Ed, it seems like that you have been employed your whole entire life. You've never been out of work as an actor, but with your political stands that you've taken, Ed. Now I understand that Lou Grant was canceled because of your political stance. Could you talk a little bit about that for us?
Well, your brother took out an ad in the papers.
Yeah.
When the show got canceled, and I'll always be he'll always be endeared to me for that. I was very alone at the time. The show was canceled. I was being pilloried from the right constantly because everyone thought I had contributed SAG money to medical aid for El Salvador, which was a lie. And it was, it's hard to catch up with a lie. It's very, very hard. People read the stories and the retractions are on the second page, but nobody looks at the second page. So, feeling very alone, feeling very deserted, very beat. This is while I was president of the guild. And lo and behold, one day in both trades, there comes a full-page ad, and it's signed Martin Sheen, and the text says, Ed Asner, you are not alone. If I thought that I was keeping my mouth shut totally to, it's too late now anyway. No matter what I do from here on out, they'll still be saying actor activist. I've already been tarred with the brush. But in my own conscience and in my own soul, I don't think that I could go on being an actor who just concentrated on his acting and not occasionally, at least, speak out on what I saw as injustice or a wrong direction for my country to be headed in. So at the same time, man does not live by bread alone. I love to act. I thrill to act. And I would not want to kill that opportunity if I possibly can, because I want to act until the day I drop. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a Mobius. They're tied into each other, and as long as I'm able to do both, I will be a content man.
Have you ever been arrested?
Mm-hmm.
How many times?
I don't know, 6 or 8. I don't know. But it's one of it's the protest arrests. That's nothing criminally.
Well, standing up for what you believe in, but then going to jail for what you believe in is a whole different thing.
But you meet the nicest people there.
Chaplin and Sarah Bernhardt and Gary Cooper and Mary Pickford. I mean, they're all there.
What is your problem, man?
You're welcome.
What the heck is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Don't give me that. All right. What's going on here, fellas?
The missile was about to hit the school. I just acted as fast as I could.
That doesn't change the fact that I don't have a car anymore. Who just throws a person's car at a missile?
You're serious?
Yeah. Who's going to pay for my car?
I guess I could.
Do you even have a real job?
Yes.
Do you have insurance?
I saw the whole thing. Call me.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Jose and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
We parked the car up here on Selma, going down here to do a little story at Sunset and Vine about Washington Mutual. And what should I stumble across? I tell you, I said, what's that sticking to my shoe? I got gum on my verkackte shoe, okay? I looked down to pull the gum off. I got to tell you, am I lying? Look where I'm standing here. Look where I'm standing. What's that say? Huh? Look at that. Somebody put gum on it. Let's have a look here. A second here. Yeah, that's gum, all right. Probably Martin Sheen's gum. You know, there's a guy that I am going to I'm going to interview. And his one job, and he's hired by the city, well, not the city, but he's hired by Hollywood to clean these stars. And I got to tell him, hey, man, Martin Sheen's star is dirty, okay? And you better get down there and you better get busy because I know he makes about $8 or $9 an hour. So anyway, there he is. Martin Sheen. Okay. We're moving on. 100 years of memorabilia. That's what we got here. We're at Sunset and Vine, and if you ever get to this corner, just take a look down. Here it is. Right here is buried in this time capsule 100 years of memorabilia. From the first movie of The Squall Man all the way up to 2004 when this is placed on February 13th, 2004, with just happenstance, happens to be my birthday, February 13th. And I'm just saying that because it's a fact. And if you want to send me a little something, all I can say is thank you. All right, this is it. Also, Washington Mutual. This building was built in 1970, was a tribute to the old film stars. And you can see up there Chaplin and Sarah Bernhardt and Gary Cooper and Mary Pickford. I mean, they're all there. And come down here, enjoy the corner. But if you're coming down here to go to the bank, I'm sorry. The bank is closed. You gotta go around the back. Follow me. I got one more thing to show you. Stay with me. Well, all right. Now we've come to the portion of our program which I affectionately call Hollywood Joe, you're a big, fat, dirty, dumb liar. Now, I gotta tell you, I don't purposely tell lies about the things that I say and the places that I go here in Hollywood. But sometimes, through no fault of my own, I kind of slip up and give misleading facts. Okay, so we had a viewer call in by the name of Scott Seal. And Scott Seal said, "Dear Hollywood Joe, you're a dirty, rotten, big, fat, dumb liar. The first studio in Hollywood was not on Sunset and Vine. It was right here where I'm standing, right behind the Washington Mutual building." Well, I looked up my facts. Scott Zeal's correct. And moi, I'm a big, dumb, dirty, fat liar. But I didn't mean to be, okay? Now, this was Lansky Studios, the first one in Hollywood. And this, on this spot, in 1913 was where the Squall Man was shot. And they had the Lansky Players. From 1914 to 1926, not only did they shoot here, not only was this their studios, but this is where the Lansky Players lived, slept, ate. This is where they made their movies. In 1926, They moved down the street on Melrose, what is now called Paramount Studios. Anyway, Scott Zeal, you're right, I'm wrong, and because you caught me in a dirty, fat, stinking, rotten, fantastic, stupid lie, you win absolutely nothing except a hearty handshake. So you're right, I'm wrong. That's it for the day. We're going to have this segment every week, so if you happen to catch Hollywood Joe in a big, dumb, stupid lie, write in. Let me know. I'll put your name on our program and I'll cop to it. All right. That's it for now. Peace. I love you. We'll see you the next time. Hollywood Joe, Joe Estevez. You watch the next time. Bye-bye.